Ah, if I'm being honest, I didn't want this guy to be good at all, but that was for a selfish reason, you see. See, I really love Infantry, and they're great now. They're in a great position, the best one that they've ever been, which sounds like a good thing on paper, right? But the problem for me is that Infantry is currently the meta garrison, being Gorgo with Hera or Gorgo with Zenobia, and so now that you have this really good rally coming into the game, we're gonna have to rally and garrison with Infantry. So that means all of our Infantry is going to be dead each time if you're wanting to defend well and rally well. And don't get me wrong, I think it's great that Infantry is done being the punching bag for everyone. I'm just saying that the price for all these awesome commanders is dead Infantry. And let's be honest, Infantry is in a great spot right now, so for the most part this is all fine and dandy, and by no means do you even have to rally or garrison with only Infantry. There are still other great commanders for other troop types that can fulfill those roles. All I'm saying is that there is a price to pay, and I just laid out what that was, which was dead Infantry. So without further ado, let's get into his skills. So his first skill deals 2700 smite damage, which is absolutely crazy. Just like Wallace, this guy hits hard, and after using that active skill, the target takes 20% more damage, which again, this is just crazy. It feels like we got a huge power creep, just like how when Nevsky was first introduced to the game, but only this time it's for infantry, and I'm okay with that. Moving on to his second skill, it gives him 20% march speed when he's outside of Alliance territory and 30% health when he is running a rally. So this is very much rally oriented. And at that point, he's not a good investment in my opinion for the field. So if anyone is thinking of getting him for the field, just know that his second skill is mostly rally related. So that's a huge risk in terms of sculpture spending right there. And then we go on to his third skill, which at least I think that's his third skill. And what that does is it gives you 5% more normal damage, which is mid, and then every time he takes a basic attack, so like once every second, he has a 30% chance to dispel all defense and health debuffs, and not only that, but he then becomes immune to those types of debuffs for the next 3 seconds. And then on top of that, he will also take 25% less normal damage for the next 3 seconds as well, and that comes with the 5-second cooldown, which is okay in my opinion. And to me, that skill is very strong. That's just another indirect way of being more tanky. Moving on to his fourth skill, which I think I have the order right. If I don't, then my bad. But it is also a conquering related skill. And what that skill does is when he's attacking a city or stronghold, on every basic attack, so again, once every second, there is a 50% chance that he inflicts a debuff that causes the target to lose 25% attack and defense for 2 seconds. And if he is the primary commander, he will also silence the target, I'm assuming for 2 seconds, and there is a cooldown of 5 seconds for that. So just be cautious if Zuji is in the garrison. Honestly, I think that's a great skill. I get that 2 seconds is not a lot of time, but that is a lot of stats, and oh my gosh, that is going to be scary for whoever is taking a swarm and this guy is involved. And then finally for the expertise, whenever this commander uses an active skill, he will gain 40% rage faster for the next 2 seconds, which is, okay I guess. He is wildly strong, so I don't really think that expertise matters all that much if it's mid. So what do I think about this guy? Let's get into it. I would definitely not use him on the field. Think about what skills he's able to use on the field. He really doesn't have that much. He is heavy on rally and swarming, which is kind of a nice punch to the throat because Wallace is great. Now imagine another infantry commander was also viable for the field. It would be like, come on man, show some grace to the other troop types, you know? And as for the rally commander pairings, I think that Wallace is hands down what you're going to want to go for. The only thing is that he loses his fourth skill, Battle of Sterling Bridge, which is dealing 10% more normal damage and 10% smite damage. And to me that's totally fine with how strong both of these guys are. I don't see why Tarek wouldn't do well with him either. He gets all that defense, all that attack, and he offers damage, which in my head, what's wrong with that pairing? But I could be wrong with that. We'll see how it goes. Then if you have a relic available for your KVK, I think pairing him with Attila would be disgusting, like genuinely disgusting. You can't swarm him because good luck doing that, and then just all that normal damage that he offers is just insane. I wouldn't want to be victim to that. I don't think anyone would. Then you could also pair him with Henry, I think. You would benefit from that 30% more normal damage increase when your rage is above 70%, but you would also lose a piece of his third skill, being every basic attack has a 10% chance to cause the target to take in 30% more skill damage, which, I'll lose it if I have to. And as for anything else, I'm not sure what would work, maybe Pakal, but we'll have to see whenever that time comes. Just let me know what you think. I really want to know what you guys think about this commander. Anyways, that's it for the video. Later.